boys need to weep. They need to humble themselves and cut it out. That's how you deal with boys. You make them cry. That's what you do. And I have absolute zero care if she cries. She should cry. She's weak. She's nothing. She's nobody. She's a person who runs around making false pedophilia allegations. She's a person who runs around making false Zoom allegations. She's a person who runs around with her little law degree trying to scare everyone. Everyone needs to see she's a weak brunette. And so far, I have kept 2 recordings. I kept with her weeping, and I'm planning to keep my collection. Let everyone know. I stand by this. All her tears. You think liberal tears are delicious? You should taste Karen's.
Yeah.
What a sick woman.
Even her own friend she turns out in a minute. Daisy, in a second. She's going to sue Daisy. That's wild.
Mm-hmm.
It's unbelievable. Fascinating. I think she's insane.
Yeah.
I think she may need help in a 5150. I'm not joking about this. I'm starting to think this.
Well, I wonder why her own community hasn't noticed it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to 5150 here, but I'm thinking.
Well, of course.
Does this woman need a 5150? Is she well? Is she normal? She can't tell me she's a lawyer if she's on scope at 4 in the morning.
God, I know.
I mean, does this woman need a 5150? Now, no one should call. I'm not telling anyone to call. Please do not call. I'm just thinking about this. This woman could be a danger to herself.
Well, she did, yeah. She does discuss and think about that on others.
So I'm going to just tell Karen, cut out your garbage. Stop accusing people of lies. Stop calling people's businesses. Stop accusing people falsely of stupidity. Stop bullying people. If you leave people alone, no one will think about you. Leave Lyn alone.
The whole time
leave everyone else alone that you're bothering. And they won't have to defend themselves. And if they don't defend themselves and show your sickness, you won't have to cry publicly on scope.
She was trying to mock and...
You're cutting out.
Oh, I'm cutting out?
I can't hear you, Lyn. Oh, now I hear you.
She, are y'all hearing me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
What about the comments? They're not saying anything. Joe?
Oh, no, yeah, that's going through. Yeah, they hear you.
Okay,
you hear me? Yes.
She, what were we talking about?
The turd.
Oh, she was...
The weeping lawyer.
She was in Vicious's comment, because, of course, Vicious was rescoping the wacky foreigner, and mocking her. You know, making fun of everything she said, judging every way she said it, saying that, you know, you didn't know anything about debate, and that Ice Wolf was the only one that had any knowledge. Is she a Holocaust denier too?
So I'll say it like this. Ice Wolf got the wrecking of his life and he ran, as he always does. He got a nice wrecking from Neocon.
Uh-huh.
And what happens is these people have no ideology. They have a game that they're trying to play. And the game is to win on scope. So they think that it triggers me to say Ice Wolf won, which of course he didn't. I mean, everyone saw the debate. I mean,
Yes.
the last thing he said was, I'm racist because I debated Neocon, when I was literally debating him, saying that you shouldn't be racist. And a wacky foreigner confirmed that.
Right.
But what they do is they're just so filled with hate, all ideology goes out the window. All of a sudden it becomes okay for 33 to push a woman to suicide when he himself, I played his voice recording, saying that he knows it's happening and he's got to stop or the police will be at his door. And he continued anyway.
Yes.
They have no problem with a literal Nazi. The videos have been shown of him laughing about Jews being burned alive.
Yes.
Saying it's his idea of fun. That is not a problem. What's their problem? Their only problem with me is that Tina called up on my scope, and I did not know that was her daughter. I didn't even know who she was. Materna. That's Tina's business. I have no issue with Tina. But she is upset at me because someone came onto my beam. And when I found out what it was, I got a moderator to take care of it. I don't know all the Facebook drama. You know what I mean? I don't know what's going on. If I see a name, Frank or Joe or Jim or Nancy or Lucy or Maddie or Francine, I don't know who that is. You
Right.
can't see the whole name. Let me look at my name right on the beam. It says Righteous Dio. Of course you know it says Righteous Don Stakes, who is so very righteous. Right?
And
This is the
humble.
crazy woman. They have no morals. They're just filled with hate. And then you have 33. You have Matt lying about scopes as well. They have no shame. Nothing. He says he doesn't have it. He said, and we heard it today, 33 gave him the whole entire Dropbox. He said the only thing he can't give out is Don Snake's identity because he does not have it.
That's right.
That's it. But this is what. But this is actually, I like this. I like when they align with Ice Wolf because what happens is they just look worse and worse and worse. They're ready to align with the Nazi,
Yes.
and I want that. That is what I want. I mean, you see, 33 is the same way. He's a Jew, and he licks the boots of an actual Nazi, who I have played the recording of 33 himself saying he knows he's a vile piece of, you know what?
Right.
That's what he said, and he said that he was mistaken for what he did, and now he's doing it again because he's angry. They
Scott
have no
too.
morals. It's just anger, and there's sensitive people who just lose their
Scott
minds.
too. Scott was
Yes.
defending Oswald over you.
Yeah, no, Scott the Cook, he's Jewish, he says. He came on to Scope. He said, you know who I miss, he says? He says he misses Rockwell's ghost, who's an actual Nazi. He used to come into every Scope saying, gas the Jews. That's what he believes in.
Yeah.
Scott is a cock. But one thing is for sure. I don't know what Karen is doing now, but whatever store she goes to or restaurant, she's going to ask for the manager. This is clear. I gotta go.
Okay.
Thanks for taking my call.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.
So say no more about
Hey,
it on here.
Carrie. I hope your
Apparently, it's more than I
day's going
know,
good.
and I guess on public format there is no reason to speak about it.
No, there's not. All I'm telling you is he was lying because I've heard the whole thing.
Yeah, sweetie. Now, where did the whole thing come from? Where did it?
Apparently, 33 had it, and he played it. And then this is what Don States wanted to do when I jumped on there because I was pissed. And I said, let me tell you something, you sick fuck. If my daughter's daddy was around after he's been running around talking about my 16-year-old daughter. And so what did he do? He played that and he tried to turn it around to she's exploiting her daughter.
Yeah, but he wasn't talking about your daughter.
No, he had been talking about my daughter on Tina's scope.
Yep. Oh. See, I didn't know any of this.
And on his scope, and Tina was on it.
As for Tina using Karen's daughter's name, that wasn't done out of a retaliation at all. It was done out of pure spitefulness from the start.
Was he talking about her daughter, or was he talking about the screen name?
Both. There's been both conversations.
Both. And he's talked about her several times, and then when I asked him to stop, he said he didn't have to.
But a screen name doesn't connect to your daughter because it was a fake screen name. So you're losing.
No. It wasn't a fake screen name. It was Tina's.
It was Tina's account using.
Tina was on his beam with it showing.
Right, the name, which could be Mandy Smith, which there could be.
No, it was the full name.
Yes.
It was her full name, and then they talked about me being her mother.
I've got videos of Tina's. I don't know if I got the one of Don's with Tina, but with that name attached to it, I downloaded it.
I'm going to let this guy up. If he's disrespectful, I'm going to drop him. So be respectful.
Well, I want to quickly say, Matt, like I turned around and said the other day about me taking Tammy up on your account and questioning her about what she said to me, it literally had nothing to do with Kathy, even though it was Kathy's thing, okay?
And see, Val, the issue is this. See, I didn't even know there was a name of Tina's daughters. And I didn't even know she had to keep done
So,
the same thing.
Daisy, hello, Daisy. Hello, Daisy. Hello, Daisy.
Let her just finish her statement. Go ahead, Karen.
I did not even know.
Oh, her name is Karen. Finally, I knew her first name. Thank you.
You didn't know it.
No, I did not. I just knew she was the bust out attorney from Alabama. But anyway. Hello, Karen.
Anyway, I did not even know he had done that. She had done that to 33.
Who did what to 33? Because I've heard you talk about a lot what Don's did tonight, which you have no proof and you never can substantiate. But anyway, I guess in Alabama, they just hand out law degrees like they hand out Cracker Jack boxes. So how did Don do what you just said?
What do you mean?
No. You just spent about 10 minutes about what you said Don, what you alleged Don did to you and everybody else. Could you explain it to me in a little more detail so I could be more clear on this?
You can go back and listen.
No, I'm asking you directly. Why would I go watch a replay when I got you here directly?
What do you want to know?
Why are you attacking Don?
I'm not attacking
What are you alleging Don said?
I didn't know who he was.
Okay, so now you're saying you don't know who Don is, but I'm asking you a serious question. What are you alleging that Don has done to disturb your planethood? No, I am. I'm asking you a question. If you could be quiet, I'll finish my question. Daisy, I will finish my question. So my question to you, Karen, what has Don do? Okay, New Zealand Lyn. Can you be quiet for a second, Karen? My question, Daisy, damn it, can we ask questions here? I'll just listen.
No,
I'll just listen because you can't ask questions in here, I guess.
I'm not going to talk to
Yeah, you wouldn't talk to me. You know what? Because I asked you, what are you alleging that Don has done to you personally? And why are you attacking Don and Lyn? And why are you libeling them, Karen? I'm not talking to you, New Zealand Lyn. I'm asking Karen. Nobody cares about New Zealand. We don't care.
More friggin' common sense than your narrative.
That's exactly what he does.
If you want to come back up in a little bit and you want to speak one at a time, you could ask her the question. If she wants to answer, that's up to her.
Karen, if this is in legal hands, you need to leave it there. That's all I can say.
No, it is.
You have to be a good boy when you come up. Yeah.
And he's the one that's running around for them, continuing to slander my name. He knew my first name. He was just in Lynn's scope talking about me.
Oh, I know he knew your name. That's why I called you.
So do you see
I think everybody on this app now knows your name, knows my name, knows everybody's name.
And I am not entertaining it.
Oh, that's the guy who raped the man in Japan. I 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 raped the man in Japan.
Oh, too funny. Like I was saying, hey, going back to the comments before up on the feed about Matt coming up and asking you what did you make ready. I've just got to say this. Look, we can't control what goes on.
Oh, she hung up.
Oh, thank God.
No one's going to write a manifesto.
Oh, the New Zealand Lyn is here. No, I'm going to be polite. Daisy, I'm going to be polite, but why do you keep dropping me? What, because I can't answer questions?
You owe me an apology, first
for what? What the fuck do I owe you an apology for, Daisy?
Fuck right. You, then.
Okay. Wahoo. Yeah, look, just
because he called into my scope before and he was talking about all this stupid shit and I let him back up and then he comes up like that. So, fuck him.
So like I was saying, look, I'm not going to hold it against Kathy what Tammy said, but you all see me in Matt's scope the other week take Tammy up and question her why, okay? That's just the way to do it. It's not Daisy's fault Gretel said what she said. Gretel's unhinged with the rest of them, okay? That's not Daisy's doing. She can't stop what she's going to say, okay? And you're in here you can come up with Gretel and defend it. Or just go at her and comment, hun. It's her battle with you. You're here, okay? I understand the predicament. Everyone is sort of trying to make some headway somewhere. Somebody's trying to sort of sit on the fence. But let's not cross the path and blame the host all the time, Matt. Because I don't want to see you guys fall out because of what Gretel said, okay?
What do you thought?
Oh, you know what? I'm not going to block you.
You block him.
But you...
The guy has no respect for anybody. I've never seen one scope that he was on where he...
Okay, now the next one. Isn't this fun? So fun. Let's see, which one was that? How's everybody doing? I know I am. Have I said a trigger word? Have I said the trigger word of the day yet? I know. Let's see, so far we've had fraud. I can't remember what the other one was.
Yeah, I only got a few minutes, man. Myself.
Yeah, I only have a minute. I just want to say this. Yes, I know who he is. I'm not sharing it with anybody, but I know who he is. And this is the other thing. No, there were no threats in there. But what I saw is you asked her to stop, and she left. These people are sick. You've been caught up in their mental mind games of total mental abuse. Hate to know what I tried to with our own lives in real relationships because they're sick. I have sat back. I have watched. I don't know what they're all doing or what their end game is. They're trying to hide, but I have a good feeling, and I'll give little Blue's Clues to quote Dawn. It starts on the civil side with a little bit of discovery.
That's right.
And that's it. All right, I gotta go. But I've watched it. I have that sickness, and she's talking about. I watched her laugh, make fun, vicious for saying that she was had a domestic violence incident, and then she turned it right around to make herself a victim.
I know.
And
they're gross. They're fucking gross.
So anyway, have a good time, have dinner,
we should talk privately. Have time, maybe tomorrow or something.
Okay, just whenever you have time. I'm headed down to. We're actually going to the beach Sunday to try to sit this out.
Make Don feel like the fucking pig that he is because he ain't kosher.
No, he's disgusting. He's a disgusting pig. I agree.
Right, and he ain't kosher. Pigs
and
aren't kosher.
Receipts on this box are exactly that. Nothing. What they do not know how to do is how to stop talking.
Yep, absolutely. Thanks for coming in.
Later.
I get it right. Thanks so much. Appreciate the support and
Well, let's see. What's next?
what's that?
Who is Scope's wife, that lady?
That's Natasha. That's Natasha Trice Band.
Natasha, what's her last name?
What's that?
What's her last name? 33.
That's not even a real name, but I'm not going to do that on here. But I'm just saying, what was done to me.
Please don't do that. Hey, Yeah. Please don't do that on here, but if you could get it to Shauna and let Shauna get it to me, please, because she was just on, and I was actually going to ask her to come on, but I saw y'all on here. She was just texted her. I told her to leave me alone. Completely lying about me. Yeah, listen, I don't know. Listen. No, but she was on his scope lying about me. Right, like I just said. You know what? I'll yeah, but I'm just saying. I just contacted her and told her. Well, to leave me alone. Sure what. Okay, all I can say is that this person is awesome. It's like I said, it's not even a real name. I can't. Listen, I'm not going to do this on a public platform. I'll be in touch with you. Okay, because you know what? That's what they keep sticking all of this stuff on. Okay, look, I understand you're upset. Well, this is the issue because she looked into my background and that I jumped from firm to firm to firm to firm, and I have worked for 2 law firms in my entire career. Right, but see, I lied about everything that I spoke about to her. Okay, I have every phone call that I had when she called drunk. Okay, or tipsy, whatever you want to say, flirting with me, and you know what, and playing both sides. So you know what, is she a lawyer? I'm gonna implore her to fucking come forward and say, "Listen, I'm sorry." Is she a lawyer? Police to my house. She actually sent a well check, and I let that go. And now I let this go. Is she a lawyer? Listen, I could just tell you that I didn't check to see if she's a lawyer at the bar. So you know what? She said that I guess she made a remark tonight that she just. If you could please just get that to Shauna and get it to me. Yeah, I will. And they have my number. You can. I give Justin say they can give you my number. Okay. Is that fair enough? And I actually was going to hit my live button and ask her to come talk to me because State says this is my lawyer talking about her, and she said that she talked about the Alabama Bar Association. Listen, Brandon, this is not listen, I'm going to tell you right now, Brandon, cut it out. Okay, because you know what? Last night was ridiculous. I'm not going to keep with this trolling, man. You know what? If you want to be cool, stop it. If you don't like the woman, don't come into the fucking broadcast, man. Enough is enough, man. It is. He just more comment in your broadcast. You should block him. He just ruins every broadcast. Seriously. I mean, listen, I'm pretty pissed off. A woman went on that live and live was on. Understands. What's that? I hope she hears this and understands that everything she said was not true. I know. First of all, you don't have to be licensed to be a public defender, and I am not a public defender. You don't need to explain yourself. Was a lie. Well, no, I'm not explaining myself to anybody. I know she's going to listen to it. No, listen, you know what? I don't know what. She's getting off on this right now. She just lost her job. She got dismissed. That's why she said, I don't care if you come back. Natasha, I'm not coming after you. I don't give a fuck about you. I wanted this over, and I told you that. You know what I want, and you know, I can't believe.
Yeah, I know exactly what he wants. What he wants is Allison's and Don's address. Allison's mainly. And he was told by Leo that Natasha and Scott had it. That he would have it as soon as they gave the okay for it.
That you did what you did. I'm very disappointed. You know, this is just what's disheartening about humanity.
He's just really pissed off that he didn't get what he wanted. Oh, that was great. Period. We moved on and you betrayed me again. Wow. Friends like you who need to fucking. Well, and she said that she got on here to look for Lyn and to look for Don Stakes, and so she had a purpose.
She goes by Scope Swipes now. Scope Swipes. That's who he's talking about.
Yep, Natasha. Right,
I'm just telling Val.
Well, she's a liar. She's a liar. She lied about me, and I'm not.
I see her talking shit about me. She doesn't even know who I am. I have no idea who that bitch is.
And she makes false reports to the police. Okay, so I have her making a false report to my police department. Okay,
another Tina Piazza, huh?
Listen, all I know is that she better behave herself and cut it out because I haven't bothered her, and I didn't fucking say lie or do anything, but now she is. Okay. Well, once again, somebody I don't even know that wants to lie, slander, defame, talk about the Alabama State Bar. You happy, Debbie? Debbie, are you happy, Debbie? Or Natasha? Or is it Debbie? Or is it Natasha? You didn't like it. Is that what happened when I said I know your real name? That trigger you? So anyway,
I know a lot
give that to me, 33. I'll appreciate
Boomer.
it because
Boomer is another one. Don's book.
and give her another hint. She doesn't have to get it.
Listen, ask Joanna for my number too. Okay, just text me. Okay.
Okay, and she doesn't have to get it. She can call the Alabama State Bar, and they will tell her the complaints that have been filed against me, and she'll be surprised to know it's one.
Wow.
In over 20 years. So I really don't appreciate her, the Stakes Clan, and all these other people that are continuing to defame, lie, harass, and say. And then I had Don Stakes say.
Yeah, I'm going to hop out of here. I'm going to start a scope. All right. Because I want to see if she's going to come into my scope, and I want to see if Crandon's going to come to my scope and have a conversation before he gets drunk.
Are you doing a scope right now?
10 minutes. I'll give you back in 15 minutes.
Okay.
I was actually in the middle of watching a movie, and that was sent to me. And so I was actually going to hit this button and say, "Hey, Scopes, why come here? You don't know me. You don't." And she said, "Yes." As far as she flat out admitted they were passing information right there on Lynn's with iMental, and then Stakes says doxing is not illegal. No, it's not. But when you target someone and target their children and target their profession with a gang of people, it is
they crowd target.
I will say it again. Yep. I don't even know that woman, and she's lying.
But she's been having a lot to say about me the past fucking week or two. I don't know who I'd never even heard of this bitch.
Me either, but what I will say, and then she also said, you can't, so Lynn gets up there and she's like, she can't get you to say something in a deposition, so you can plead not in a civil deposition, excuse me. So I really want to know who this woman is, who's now decided she's going to jump into my business.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And if she is a lawyer, then yes, I would like to speak to her, because also she would know the 2.6 rating that Don Stakes keeps talking about is an advertisement.
Well,
it is not a rating.
And that's fake news. She's not an attorney.
I don't know. Stakes said it. We got our attorney over here, so if she was an attorney, she would certainly know that you can't plead the fifth in a civil deposition.
Yeah,
so, anyway, I'm going back to, it's not a movie. I'm finally watching Tiger King. I'm behind the times, I guess.
Oh, that's a good one to watch.
But I just heard, and I don't know who the other guy is, but it is exactly what they are doing, and they've done it to several people.
Yes, that you make a great point as far as when you start lying about people. Nordic scene. Wolf's coming up. Wolf's been seen this activity going on for a long time. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I heard him talking about it too, and everybody has their disagreements in this, but you can clearly see who the people are that are passing around information, slandering people's names, targeting them, and not to mention that, targeting their children. Every time they dox an adult with children in their home and say the kind of things they say about them, they're putting children at risk.
Yeah, they know what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing.
I just want to remind people, on Stake Scope, I hope somebody snagged it. His big thing is he doesn't attack women. And he said, and I quote, he said, "Oh, I wonder what Vicious is doing to pay the rent at Rob's house." Insinuating,
I heard that.
And not only did he say that, he said he. And he goes, "Oh, excuse me," insisting that she's a transsexual. Now, people on here for the last couple of years know that people have been questioning that. That's why he said that. So he's degrading. And listen, I'm no fan of Vicious, but I just want to remind people, remember, Don's biggest thing is, I don't women. And he did it in his last. I just want to show you the hypocrisy and that he does. Yeah, he's a hypocrite, and you can catch it every once. See, the thing is, his whole thing is his calm demeanor, and once you get bumpy, once you get over that, and when you're dealing with him, don't raise your voice. Use logic and reason. I don't go up in the beam with him anymore because I despise him. And actually, I created him. I created this monster, and I apologize to the Periscope community. But I'm just telling you, these people targeted me. I don't want to go into it too much on here. People already know. Because I think Don slipped up somewhere, and I can't say it here because, hey, Don, if you got money, I want it. I don't even go. I don't go on his spokes because I try not to even be on the beam with the guy. Matt, I know.
Well, this is the thing, and I want everybody to understand this. And if this person that is now out slandering my name, if she is a lawyer, she will know this. You cannot slander the name Don States. It is a nobody.
Exactly.
There will be no counterclaim, but has he slandered, defamed, and hurt me and my children and my business? Absolutely.
Uh-huh. And that's the door we need to crack open to find out who he is.
And I'm coming
that's
for
right.
you legally.
That's the only way to do it. And I've been working behind the scenes on something because one of them slipped up. I know for a fact.
I'm coming for you, and I'm coming for you. Good grief. Oh, man. Let's see what else we got. Let's listen to this one again while I look for it. 33 Rule calls in and says he's being bullied. It always kills me when he says he's being bullied. Oh, me. God. I know it. It's horrible. And threatening to have us in jail? That's the only reason I keep going. I figure if I do it enough, she'll be so embarrassed eventually, she'll shut up. But see, my name is attached. My name is attached. I'm not an avatar. She keeps slandering me. Let's see, let's get to this file.
Yeah, I only got a few minutes, man. Myself.
Yeah, I only have a minute. I just want to say this. Yes, I know who he is. I'm not sharing it with anybody.
Oh, it sounds like you're in the vehicle.
Out in the desert, just coming home.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. I didn't catch the name of that advertiser that gave her the 2.6 peer review rating.
I don't know.
I have some competitors I'd like to turn on to that agency, that ad agency. That's a horrible advertisement.
She's so dingy. I don't understand any of it at all.
How is that an advertisement? That's a bad advertisement.
She's so stupid. She doesn't have any other. I mean, that was the best she could come up for an excuse.
Now listen, I don't mean to lie, slander, whatever else that long list of stuff is, but to me, I'm just, in my opinion, that's a horrible advertising agency. I would have found someone else, but maybe it was cheap.
Well, she's probably going to civilly sue. You probably just made it a civil legal matter. and you've also inserted your business in it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I was trying to offer some advice, don't pick a better ad agency next time.
And I'm sorry if some of this older stuff does get brought up. But
Go
I'm
with.
just trying to let everybody, let her hear herself because she's listening to every word.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's good. She should hear what she said. I think she said she's made a lot of mistakes, and I've got them all.
Yeah.
But
But
she's
they're
not
not
as.
not going to just sit around and slander me and me not show it back.
No, I get it. Yeah, I just.
Especially if she keeps I mean, it's ridiculous. She watches everything and then goes like she was doing the wacky foreigner. That was a great scope.
What,
She
a
was
wacky foreigner?
uh-huh.
Oh,
Don
she
Don was
actually
in
had a thing that was content that wasn't about destroying someone.
Vicious, yes, she rescoped the wacky foreigner, but it was just so because Don was in the beam and they could criticize him.
Oh, I wish she would go back to her. She's got an interesting story to tell. I mean, coming from a Democrat, I'd like to see her go back to that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, no, um, it was Ice Whoop and Don debating. It's just Ice Whoop is not a very, powerful debater. So,
So is she? Well, he's offered to debate me in a less, I wasn't even really debating him. I was just asking about some comment he made about me, and
right?
I guess it turned into a World War II debate. I don't know. Whatever.
No, that is just the way Ice Whoop is. He has to have conflict,
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
especially if there is no. He cannot stand anybody that accepts Don.
Oh, okay. So yeah,
You,
so it was mostly about Don. I don't know why they hate him so much. He's not a bad guy.
he really is a Nazi. He hates
Oh,
Jews.
well, he
That's
denied it.
that's not a well. That's not a joke. That's true. He does.
I I
He
asked
really
him
was
about
at
it.
Hitler's birthday party.
He denied it.
Well, it's on video. He
Okay.
would, like I said, he's the they
Huh?
talk about would he would deny anything
Why would he deny it if he embraces that ideology?
because they get attacked.
Oh, yeah, I'm not a fan of that shit. I don't like tyranny in any form.
No,
Period.
he
Communism,
honest.
socialism.
He thinks that the Holocaust did not happen. He thinks all that was a lie, and he thinks that Hitler's plan was good. It just didn't work out right. If it was
Oh my
implemented
God.
differently, yes.
Well,
If it
he
was
said last
implemented,
night that the reason they killed all the Jews was because they wanted to turn the country communist. And I don't know about that. I
no.
tried to find information on that, and the sites that were espousing that BS were sites that I stay far away from.
Yeah. And when I first started listening to him, I was like, "Damn, this is. I mean, all it is the old German propaganda, but it's just repackaged."
Yeah, right. Hey,
And
listen,
he
I'm mostly German, and I
right,
guess he thinks that I'm denying or betraying my history. I'm not proud of that piece of my heritage, and my heritage is American. You know,
right.
I just don't even care about my. I mean, it's interesting where you come from and stuff, but I was born in
Right.
America, man. I'm an American, and I love the Constitution. I'm so grateful I was born here,
Well, my
and
grandfather was German, and I'm not ashamed of it at all. I'm very proud of it,
yeah, yeah.
and
I
every
would have
other aspect that I've got. I think that's what makes us us.
exactly. I mean, we are a rebellious country. We started in rebellion against tyranny, and I'm damn proud of that.
Exactly. And
You
now
know,
it seems now what we've allowed ourselves to cower into is we have fear of words.
yeah,
Words can literally destroy your business these days. Can take your livelihood, your family.
Yeah. I mean, that's exactly what we were supposed to, that the courts were not like in fear of mob rule,
Right. Right.
and now this PC culture has invaded the courthouse. I mean, it's crazy, you know. Hang
Well,
on
you
just a
can
second. I
definitely
lost you.
with you can definitely see it at work with one lawyer in particular.
Yeah, it's like the court of public opinion, which is ferocious, and everyone's guilty until proven innocent.
Uh-huh.
Don, you know why I chose one side over the other is because back in the day, I'm going to give you my honest opinion on it. Back in the day, you tried to do things on my own. You hinted numerous times. It doesn't work with me, right? And when I see that happening and people trying to pull me one way or another, it's not letting people do what I said I wanted to do, which was let me go on my own and let me do things my way. I think he was actually a good guy for I think he was actually a good guy for Don, you say you want to talk like adults. I've done this with you before.
They do something with this Wi-Fi. I got to figure it out. Yeah, sorry about that, Scott. Wi-Fi, man. I don't think I can't stay on here long, but let's put you back up. I don't know if it's my guest or anything, but Don, there's only so many times I can wreck Don's steaks, though. I'll say that much.
It's just no, his whole thing
disgusting.
made a wolf where he's like, "Oh, you're cooking to the Nazi." That's
Yeah.
my favorite thing is that he calls you a Nazi.
But that's the thing. It's a label that's untrue. I'm not a National Socialist. I'm an American patriot. He knows it, and that's the only tactic he can use against me because I wreck him. So he has to go to that narrative.
Still, the narrative is false. That's the thing, And he wants to say, "Oh, I'm cocking to you," or this, or that. You know what? Let him go ahead and say, "You know what, Don? Yeah, I'm cocking to Wolf. You know what? Because me and Wolf are friends. We're probably gonna go have a beer together."
Yep.
Like I don't
Don,
care.
And you know what the funny thing is? Don could never say it to anyone in his group. Let's go have a beer. Isn't that sad? Isn't that a sad state of affairs, Don? Sad, Don. Could never Don group. Let's go out to get a beer.
Hey, you know what? Don would be really disappointed in me because I'm having sausage, pork sausage. Sausage.
Good stuff. I know. Right?
Oh man, because I don't keep kosher.
Yeah, the Wi-Fi, man. I got to figure it out.
Hey, Wolf, do you want to try and if I start up? Do you want me to try and start one up and you join on me?
No, I'm gonna chill out for a little bit. I want to do a few things while it's still light out. I want to go for a hike real quick.
Your other scope already ended. How long until he goes ahead and clips the part where I said I cucked to you?
He's probably doing it right now.
Cuck.
Yeah, fuck him. Anyway, Scott, listen, just remember this. Hey, Scott, just remember this. He won't show his face, right? And he's only
Gulf of Tonkin incident that never happened with North Vietnamese boats.
He's back in here.
We lost 60,000 guys in Vietnam because.
Please clip it, and you know what? Use it because it doesn't matter. Please use it. I'll say it again for you. Hey, Don, hold on.
Let me know when you're ready, and I'll let you record me saying it.
Well, hey, Don, we're going to count how many times you interrupted me. We're in the 20s now. So you were really, really low impulse control today and really triggered, Don. You were unusually low impulse today. And,
Is he ready for me to say it?
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Don, guess what? I'm cucking and I'm doing everything possible to be friends with a Nazi. You happy now? There you go. I don't care.
First of all, nobody believes him. Everybody knows he's a liar. He's
hold on. No, and Wolf, make sure you save this because we want to make sure we put the whole thing out. Is that I'm saying Nazi so that this way he can go ahead and have his information.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Let him have
Don,
his fun.
answer this real quick, Don. Why is he a Nazi? Give me the exact definition and terminology as to why Wolf is a Nazi. I'll wait for that.
Yeah. Explain how I'm a National Socialist.
You know what? Let them roll. Roll, baby, roll.
Look at him. Look at him playing the Jew card. That's disgusting, Don. That's all you got?
Oh, he wants to call in.
May I call in? Don, listen. I wrecked you enough today. I don't need you going into it.
He wants to try and say something to me, probably. I guarantee.
That's right.
It.
Oh, I know. No,
tactic he uses, and so does the conservative fat boy too. He uses the same thing.
I think he was actually a good guy before 9/11. I think he was actually a good guy before 9/11. I think he was actually a good guy before 9/11. I think he was actually a good guy before 9/11.
That's right, Don. That's right, Don. And I still am. It's just that I reject you. And it makes you very angry. And I got 2 words for you, Don. Suck it.
How are you? Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot he's in the desert, right? Getting my shoes on. It looks dark out here. Get down, get down. Y'all hear the wind?
Hey Scott, how you doing?
Sounds strong, doesn't it? Sadie. Sadie! Stop. Stop. Hush. It's trying to get over here to the fence. Is it too loud? If it's too loud, I can go back inside. I don't think on the screen you'll be able to tell the cloud.
You said kosher.
Yeah. Can you tell the clouds are dark? It is. I love the yellow. There's the spirited one.
I was just gonna say, there's her spirited horses.
He's a male.
No, it's because you don't ride him. Because all you do is rescope people. That's why he's spirited. And you said that before. Now you're saying it's because he's a man.
What are you doing? Stop. Get down. Sadie, stop. Stop. Stop jumping on me. Sorry. She's jumping on me.
Am I the only one hoping for a camera flip right now?
Everywhere. Crap. It grew quick. I know. Damn, all this is grown up bad. Quick. Stop.
I know, right?
Yeah, the honeysuckles smell great. I love country living. Maybe I did this. You could get all of them.
Hey, Jason. Good to see you.
Really. Get a few. Sorry, I hope y'all aren't getting dizzy. Oh, no, I need to do that with the honeysuckle. I don't know that I've got any jasmine. I always hate to get the first trim of the pasture because I know they love all this good grass. But I love the yellow. The yellow is always pretty. It makes my allergies absolutely crazy. That one.
We know why she won't show herself.
I don't know what that one back there is doing. I'll have to look that up.
You said an old woman nightgown. I totally know what you're talking about, too. I can see it in my head.
I can't stand up there and hold my arms anymore. Come on.
She's tuckered out, folks. She's tuckered out.
Oh, shit. That broke. Come on, let's go inside. Those yellow flowers make
She says she doesn't have time to ride them, so they don't know who the fuck she is.
What are those things, GoPros you put on?
Yeah, I certainly wouldn't be inside if I had all that. And plus all the other stuff she says she has.
Drones
Mm-hmm.
that have cameras, but I just haven't. I don't know how to do it.
She has some drones with cameras. She has all this shit she could be creating content with, but this bitch sits and talks about people like me and others in this chat and others that aren't in this chat. What a miserable old fucking crotchety, nosy, snooty lady.
And there are branches everywhere.
I'm like Dr. Phil. By the time we're done, you'll want
Let's
it.
go.
Nah,
Inside.
I'm tired of her bullshit, dude. Like you know, when I realized it was over is when because we shared a bank account for 12 for what we've been married for 11 years. We've shared a bank account for all those years, right?
Right.
And last year she created her own bank account separate from me, and she started putting her paycheck direct deposit in her own bank account. So I knew something was up, you know, like why is she doing that?
She's planning, huh?
Yeah,
She
she's
was
been
planning this for a
planning.
while.
Yeah, she's been putting money away for a while,
Let me
and
ask you a
now,
question.
yeah.
Well, Abe didn't come
Let's
back, I
talk about
guess, huh?
marriage. How to make a
Uh,
marriage good.
Don is live too. I just wanted to see what he was saying. He's giving marriage advice like he isn't on here 24
So
hours a
who's
day.
being sued?
I think before it's all over, she will sue us all. Especially if you disagree. Today she said that there was a jail cell waiting on Don.
But I know who he is. And this is the other thing. No, there were no threats in there. But what I saw is you asked her to stop and she left. These people are sick. You've been caught up in their mental mind games of total mental abuse. Hate to know what our own lives in real relationships because they're sick. I have sat back. I have watched. I don't know what they're all doing or what their end game is. They're trying to hide, but I have a good feeling, and I'll little Blues Clues to quote Dawn.
Yeah.
Is there
It
anything like pulling you that
starts
you
on the
want to
civil
work?
side with a little bit of discovery.
I mean, I still love her
That's
though.
right.
You know, like
And
we've
that's
had.
it. All right, I gotta go. But I've watched it. I have that sickness, and she's talking about. I watched her laugh, make fun, vicious for saying that she was had a domestic violence incident, and then she turned it right around to make herself a victim. And you know, they're gross. They're fucking gross. So right. Anyway, have a good time, have dinner, and talk to you later. Private. Have time, maybe tomorrow or something. Okay, just whenever you have time. I'm headed down to. We're actually going to the beach Sunday to try to sit this out. Don's feel like the fucking pig that he is because he ain't kosher. No, he's disgusting. He's a disgusting pig. I agree. Right, and he ain't kosher. Pigs and receipts on this box are exactly that. Nothing. What they do not know how to do is how to stop talking. Yep, absolutely. Thanks for coming in. Later. I know you got to run. Thanks so much. Appreciate the support and yeah, I only got a few minutes, man. Myself. Yeah, I only have a minute. I just want to say this. Yes, I know who he is. I'm not sharing it with anybody, but I know who he is. And this is the other thing. No, there were no threats in there. But what I saw is you asked her to stop and she left. These people are sick. You've been caught up in their mental mind games of total mental abuse. Hate to know what our own lives in real relationships because they're sick. I have sat back. I have watched. I don't know what they're all doing or what their end game is. They're trying to hide, but I have a good feeling, and I'll little Blues Clues to quote Dawn. It starts on the civil side with a little bit of discovery. That's right. And that's it. All right, I gotta go. But I've watched it. I have that sickness, and she's talking about. I watched her laugh, make fun, vicious for saying that she was had a domestic violence incident, and then she turned it right around to make herself a victim. And they're gross. They're fucking gross. So anyway, have a good time. Have dinner and talk to you later. Have time, maybe tomorrow or something. Okay, just whenever you have time. I'm headed down to. We're actually going to the beach Sunday to try to sit this out. Don's feel like the fucking pig that he is because he ain't kosher. No, he's disgusting. He's a disgusting pig. I agree. Right, and he ain't kosher. Pigs and receipts on this box are exactly that. Nothing. They do not know how to do is how to stop talking. Yep, absolutely. Thanks for coming in. Later. I know you gotta run. Thanks so much. Appreciate the support and So you can't go around saying stuff like that about your child to people in your family, especially when you know what I'm saying. But you see, here's the thing: those were her own words, though. Right. Those were her own words. So you can't go around saying stuff like that about your child to people in your family, especially when you know that you and your family don't get along. Well, Jim, it's even bit. That's why I say they insert their children nonstop. How would I have ever known that she didn't know what grade her child was supposed to be? And she told on herself. Right. She put him right in the middle of social media. Right. And then when people talk about it, she gets mad. And then she doxes you and does all this stuff. I'm like, quit putting your children out here. Right. And then use it. Honest, if you can't see a pattern of, I'm going to put this out and then I'm going to turn right around and backtrack and say, oh, I didn't know it. I didn't invalid. I'm being honest. If you can't see a pattern of, I'm going to put this out and then I'm going to turn right around and backtrack and say, oh, I didn't know it. I didn't see that. Right. Don doesn't know. Yeah, just because they're mad at Leo, why do they go after Leo's fiance? I've never even heard his fiance speak. Right. Yeah, she's quiet, business owner. She's at yeah. So that's the comments. Well, they shouldn't be going after her. I mean, they shouldn't. Yeah, they went after Rob job and everything. Yeah, they went after Rob and John. And you're talking about people that have said that going to delve into cases of juveniles within the state of Alabama and your buddy Don and spend however much money it takes to prove that I ripped baby out of mother's arms. That I'd like to hear that, and I'd like to hear that and like to see that for myself. Because I'm not playing. All of it's recorded, and I'm not playing. All I'm doing is I don't want anybody to be offended if I say I don't take what people are saying by just that word. It's kind of strange how all these allegations against Don's fake, don't you think? I mean, you think it's all fake news or what, Belle? I didn't say children are involved. I said I'm going to wait till I make up an opinion. Just like when I made an opinion on the Turners and I happen to be wrong, I'm not going to make that mistake again. Well, you already changed your mind. Why were you? What? And what made you? Want her to make an opinion. What made you realize the truth? Mac Daddy did, Leo. Mac Daddy did. Mac Daddy. I made her realize the truth about the Turners. But I would like to ask this of Val. Yeah. Just like it's not okay, but just because Lynn was butthurt over words to say that Judy is a scammer, that's not okay. But anyway, what I would ask of Val is Don's ex, Lynn, any of those people, don't talk to them about me.
And I will not. And I will not let them speak of your child. I will not let them speak of
No, I'm asking you to not let them speak about me.
So then you don't want me to ask them the allegations that you just made against them, saying that somebody's going to.
You can call them on the telephone and ask them.
No, I don't call any of these people on the telephone. I don't have any.
But to do it publicly and give them a voice to continue to lie and push a false narrative is not okay.
But that's not giving them a voice. That's giving them to prove a proof. I want to see the proof where she said that she was going to dig up the files that you're saying. You're saying that she said she's going to dig up children's cases that you worked on. Isn't that what you just said?
Yes.
So if she said that,
you don't think that, I can send it to you.
Okay, you can do that. Well, you could play it publicly. That's fine.
Right. She also said she called the Administrative Office of Courts, which she lied. She also said that I busted out a contract of North Alabama for her daddy's oil company, and that the person that refused to have the contract anymore, she said my full name. They told her my full name, and I'll send you that too. And I have verified it. Those are not going to replay them.
Okay, fair enough.
There's a history of lies with Don Steak, Daisy. He just told you in his scope just a moment ago, 5 minutes ago, Don Steak said he lets anybody in his beam. That's a damn lie.
then she should leave you, and you should let her go because you don't deserve it.
So me being an advocate, I don't necessarily say go to rehab if you can, because not everybody can afford it, but you should. It's ideal. The longer stay you have in rehab, the better chance for you to recover, by the way. The longer separation from you have from the substance, the longer your chances of recovery. In fact, it's researched. If you can make it past 1 year, and the more years you go sober, the higher your chances of not relapsing.
I'm not trying to sound like an asshole or anything, but we kind of got off topic here. Now we're talking about my drinking. I'm trying to talk about this divorce here.
That's related to your divorce.